Hello, how we doing, everybody? Master Gary Hernandez here again. Wanted to go over another knife today and talk a little bit about a different knife. You guys are used to me talking about either tactical knives or more like Bowie knives or fighting knives. But I wanted to cover a knife that's a great practical knife that a lot of people probably have. I wanted to talk a little bit about the Swiss Army knife. And most of everybody knows what a Swiss Army knife is. It's a multi-tool functional little pocket knife. Now, the Swiss Army knives come in different sizes. This one right here is the Tinker. This is the classic Tinker. You've got different ones from the Swiss Army Knife Classic to the Tinker to the Manager to the Outdoorsman to the Craftsman. There are different kinds. And the Swiss Army knives can range anywhere from $24 to, I think they have this one that's like, it's got 17 extra functions besides the normal functions of a full decked out outdoorsman, and that's a big knife, and that's like $304. It's a lot of money for a tool and a knife, but that's Swiss. They can get it. Um, this knife right here is. I have a couple different knives that are basically multi-tool knives. I have something similar to a Swiss Army knife, same kind of thing. This is a company called Schrader. It's a different brand. I'm sorry, Schrader Field is a different brand. They even make a smaller version of that multi-tool. But honestly, when it comes down to it, the Swiss, to me, is the best. Personally, me. Some people may have a different opinion. Swiss Army knife, what I like about it, well, number one, you obviously have multiple tools. You have your main blade, and then you also have well, I'm going to go over the blades in a minute. One of the first things you have is you actually have, there are two things. This is actually your can opener right here. And then you also have what you can use as a small flathead screwdriver. This is your can opener. Go ahead and pop that away. Then right here, we have our scissors as well. And scissors are great. You got to cut something small. You got to open a package, and you can't use your knife because you got to be delicate with it. Scissors are great. People that might want to cut coupons, something like that. So you have your scissors. I still won't use a little knife yet. Then you have, this is your can opener. And on the can opener, once you learn how to open a can with this, it's a pretty useful tool. And then again here, this can be used like a pry bar. You don't want to pop too much pressure, but you can open up several things with this like a pry bar. You can also use it as a bigger flat screwdriver. Then you also have your wire stripper right here. You can see the little hole right there for your wire stripper. Now what I was going to show you about the blades, well, on the blades you have two blades. And this is, outdoorsmen have told me before many times what the two blades really are good for. If you ever wondered why you have a smaller blade, this is the blade you kind of want to use, they say, to open your boxes, to cut something small, rope or something. Because if you're outdoors and you want to prepare food, you want to use this blade. You want to use the bigger one to prepare food, stuff like that. That way it doesn't get a lot of gunk and stuff if you're using that one to cut open stuff. So that way that can be used for your food. Don't get me wrong, we can still go back to the slicing and dicing if we have to defend ourselves. And so you have the smaller blade and you have the bigger blade. The only thing about Swiss Army knife, now there's another one that actually locks on the Swiss Army knife. There's a button that locks it. That's a different, I forgot what model that is, but that blade locks so it won't close. So you got to remember with this knife, it's going to close if you're not careful with it. So you have your bigger knife and you have your smaller knife. Now over here you have your Phillips screwdriver. So definitely everybody can use that. Then over here you have, now this right here is basically for hole punching. You can punch a hole and stuff. You could you can actually punch a hole in your belt if you need to take down and roll up one. This is supposed to be, this little hole right here, from what I understand a lot, is for like threading a needle and stuff like that. You put through there. Um, it's easy to put fishing wire through there if you want to go ahead and put something through there and tie it off. And again, for punching holes. This right here does not get a lot of use. This is actually just a hook for carrying. So it's to carry stuff. So you kind of, supposedly if you're going to If you're fishing, you want to carry, you got fish on, instead of carrying the fish with a string, you can hook it on here, carry it. So this will hold pretty good amount of weight too, from what I understand. So that's what that is really designed for. Now also, with your Swiss Army knife, oops, move that for a minute. You also have your key ring, put your keys on there. But again, you also have another useful tool. You have your toothpick. And most Swiss Army knives come with a toothpick. And on the other side, you have another useful tool, your tweezers. So there are many different Swiss Army knives. There's a ton of them. But if you want a great knife, that's a great tool just to carry around. I keep this one in my car, or sometimes I'll put it in my pocket if I'm going somewhere. It's just a great multifunctional tool. And of course, the Swiss make excellent small multi-tool knives. There's so many different kinds. Like I said, you can go on their website, you see tons of them. Now, this is not a Swiss, but it has some of the functions that the Swiss knife. There's a couple of different knives above this one. As you go more tools, you obviously go more money. This one has all the same functions. But this one here has a corkscrew, and of course, on the Swiss Army knife, you can also get a corkscrew. And again, it has all the other small things, your can openers, stuff like that, your scissors, bottle opener. Now, this one here comes with, besides, you notice the knife is a little smaller than the Swiss Army knife that I have. Close that. I'm slicing my fingers off here. This knife here, this multi-tool knife, and the Swiss Army knife, some of them also have this on the bigger knives. This one comes with a saw, small saw. And then you have a fish scaler right here. You can actually scale. And then you have also your other nut functions here, which these suckers are hard sometimes to open and close. And it's the same thing. It's a small multi-tool. This one, though, doesn't come with a toothpick, and it doesn't come with the brain freeze there. It does not come with the tweezers. And again, this is a decent multi-tool, but the Swiss Army knife is a lot better made. Don't get me wrong, I'm not really down putting this one too much, but the Swiss Army knife, they have a great reputation. And I'm sure a ton of people out there have Swiss Army knives, and they're just a great little tool to have. And I wanted to show this one because I'm always showing a combat knife, a knife you can use, or showing a big Bowie knife. But again, it's a great, great tool to have. And there it is. Quick little review of the Swiss Army knife. I think everybody should actually have one of these. It's great if you're camping, if you're just out, out and about. You need a pair of scissors, boom, you got it. You need to open a bottle or a can opener, boom, you got it. You get something to mill your teeth, boom, there you go, you got it. You need to pull a splinter out of your finger, boom, there you go, you got it. So it's a great little tool to have. Swiss Army knife. And Master Gary Hernandez, thank you. If you have Swiss Army knives, you should show them. We have a site called the Sharper Edge, and you guys can on Facebook can go ahead and ask to get on that one. We're always showing knives. That's a site. The Sharper Edge is a site that I created for people to showcase knives. If you're selling knives, if you make knives, if you collect knives, you want to talk about your knife, you can add photo, video. It's for knife enthusiasts all over the world. It's called the Sharper Edge. It's on Facebook. Thank you.